You're allowed to have fun, kids. You can have as much fun, yes.
You know, I turned my kid brother onto a couple of joints, and those joints led him to more drugs, and drugs led him to robbery. Robbery into a jail cell. In that jail cell, he took his life. I had no idea my carelessness would cost my little brother his life.
I was looking down the barrel of a .38 caliber. I had $10,000 worth of crack, and they wanted it all. My face was bloody, my life was on the line, but all I cared about was my drugs.
It seemed like the whole world was on my back. I came up into my room one night. I laid out 100 pills on my desk, and I started to take them one by one. I got up to 75 pills and started shaking really bad. The drugs that I thought were my best friends were now just the easiest way for me to take my own life.
We can get it up for him! Yeah. Me and Kenny, we used to drink together. We used to take drugs together. We used to take crazy chances together. Until one Friday night, my friend Kenny, he took a couple hits of LSD. Then he took a shotgun. Then he took his life. His name is Dave. Dave, please play the bass, boy.
I remember coming back from a party at 2:30 in the morning. I ended up hitting a girl who was riding her 10-speed bicycle. My left arm got caught under the bike, and the police report said I went for 128 feet, being dragged with my motorcycle. You know, I'll never forget seeing all the sparks going over my head, and there was nothing I could do to stop myself. I was out of control. That was the perfect picture of where my life was at. It was then I finally realized drugs, they weren't a joke anymore.
There's a war going on. The battlefield is the school, and the battle is for our kids' minds. Now, it's just not in the inner city or in a ghetto, but this is the scene not only in major cities in Canada, but even in small towns, in rural areas. An overdose, a fight, an attempted robbery, a car accident attributable to drug or alcohol abuse. Now, we hear the slogan, just say no. But do we? Or can we?
We are resisting.
What's the most important thing in your life?
My guitar.
What's important to me? Friends. Yeah, friends. That's what's most important to me.
Sex.
Guys.
Well, my friends are really important to me. Yeah, the friends.
Team. That's what's important. The team.
Partying, man. Partying.
Canadian government statistics back up these comments. But 93% of our youth state that their greatest enjoyment comes from their friends, and that they value their friends even more than their parents. Now, as a parent of a teenager, I find this somewhat frightening, but I think we all know it's true. To what lengths will a teenager go to be accepted, to have friends, to be cool? A survey of high school students in New Brunswick showed that the highest cocaine use occurred in 9th grade students.
Coming up on the end of a tough week, and everybody knows Friday night is party time. Am I right? Some of y'all are just looking to have some fun. You want to go out and unwind with your friends, and just enjoy yourself. But you know, inevitably, some cool dude's gonna walk in with a 6-pack of beer, a bottle of wine, a little bit of Jack Daniels. Somebody walk in with a little bag of herbs, some smoke, a little marijuana. When they start passing that stuff around the circle, you're gonna have to sit there and make up your mind. What are you gonna do?
Tracy thought it was cool to do drugs, party hardy with his friends, and drink booze. If you wanted to party, Tracy could fix you up. One night he went for a joyride, but he never came back. Police found his convertible overturned in a ditch. Tracy was in the car, but unfortunately they found his head 40 feet away. You know, Tracy thought that doing drugs would make him popular. Well, there were a lot of people at his funeral, but he's dead.
Unfortunately, this is the ultimate in cool. Stone, cold, dead. The greatest killer of young people in Canada today is automobile accidents. And most of these are drug and alcohol related. What can we do to help our kids? Unfortunately, fancy slogans, cute commercials, and overpowering speeches haven't helped keep thousands of Canada's young people from ending up here.
What will you do when the party's over?
Teen Challenge is an organization on the cutting edge of the issues that face young people today, setting the pace, reaching out to students at the prevention level, challenging families at the intervention level, and providing intensive treatment at the residential level. Teen Challenge is not just the new kid on the block. In 1973, Teen Challenge saw the impact of drug and alcohol abuse and opened a prevention office. In 1976, this expanded to include a small residence to help a few young people get off the streets. 1983 saw the establishment of a full-time residence program for up to 14 addicted youth. 1990, the Teen Challenge National Training Farm opened with the potential of helping over 100 young people at a time kick the habit. And the program, according to government statistics, has an impressive 86% cure rate. At the farm, youth learn responsibility, work habits, and how to live an alcohol and drug-free lifestyle. But the Teen Challenge program does not stop here. What some of these men have lived through, no one need face. And to help tell their story of their personal battle with addiction, the Teen Challenge Choir was established. Music next to friends is the most important thing to a teen today. And the Teen Challenge Choir's infectious, robust sound and dynamic enthusiasm have captivated audiences in high schools across Canada.
Cruising and cruising ain't the way to fly. It's a surefire trip if you want to die. Drinking and driving ain't the way to go. Do yourself a favor and just say no. 'Cause there's no room for defeat or retreat. Standing with a winner, we refuse to be beat. Refuse to be beat. There's no stopping us now. The chains have been broken. I'm free to be me now. There's no stopping us now. Our brand new life has begun.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Go shorty, go shorty, go shorty, shorty, shorty.
I'm sweet, I'm smooth, I'm so sophisticated. I'm a radical chick who was highly rated. To come on the seat and to turn it up. I'll even bring the queen out of Buckingham Palace just to listen to me. The man Bernie G. A fine young brother who runs so viciously because false stimulation. That's not what I need. That's why I don't get drunk. I don't smoke any weed. So give it up, baby, don't hesitate. Get off that dope before it's too late. Get straight. Get straight, get straight, get straight. That's fresh.
Oh, goodbye,
Mary Jane, adios marijuana.
goodbye,
Goodbye, Mary Jane. Oh, goodbye, Mary Jane. Goodbye, adios marijuana. Adios. Goodbye, Mary Jane.
Dennis, Dexter, and I, we spent a lot of time together, mostly getting high. Dexter was a Golden Gloves boxer, and he had a great future ahead of him. But crime and drugs was a part of our lives. Now, one night after robbing a drugstore, Dennis and Dexter swallowed a lot of pills, and Dexter OD'd and he died. You know, the pain was too much for Dennis. He filled a syringe with cocaine, and he took his own life. A lifestyle of crime and drugs cost me a lifetime of hurts and failures. Like Dennis and Dexter, it could cost you your life, your life, your life.
The concert is called WAR, W-A-R, We Are Resisting, because these men collectively represent Over 150 years of drug addiction, alcoholism, cocaine, crack, and crime. From calypso to blues, from rap to rock, their music is a tool, but their lives are a message.
And you know, I learned something real important at Teen Challenge. Your friends don't get you high, and your true friends don't get you drunk. Your true friends really care.
Don't you see you can be free? Listen to my song. You are free to choose either way, but now you must be strong. Don't give up. Don't give up. Never surrender. Don't give up. When you feel like you're losing ground on every side.
Is it any wonder that kids gravitate to the choir members? As the music captivates them, so meeting these men fascinates them. Students can see that this is more than just hype, another lecture about drugs or facts and statistics. These men have been there. Students want to find out how they can join the resistance. It's here where the real questions come out, like, how can I help my friend? Or, where can I turn? How do I know if... The choir members distribute thousands of free information packages on drugs and alcohol abuse, such as, it's not cool to be a doper. The end of another assembly. The over $60,000 of sound equipment is loaded into the bus and off to the next school, to a meeting, or even a prison. These dedicated men travel over 90,000 kilometers each year to sing and tell their story to thousands of youth across Canada. And just how is this program being received? These letters speak for themselves. From Winnipeg, Manitoba, a high school principal writes, I have never seen our students so attentive for such a challenging presentation. Please come again next year and help our students to make the right choice.
Please accept my thanks for the visit to Napanee District Secondary School by the Teen Challenge Choir. Our students enjoyed the program. The group presented a difficult topic in a very effective manner.
From Sylvan Lake, Alberta, the message of an alcohol and drug-free lifestyle was made very clear to our students, and the medium for delivering that message was excellent.
Our intermediate students were captivated by the Teen Challenge Choir presentation. The obvious humor, use of costuming, and sharing of personal experiences kept our students receptive to the most important words against substance abuse.
From Prince Edward Island, the performance was of high caliber, of great interest to the students, and left them with a message which should be of benefit to them and serve as a source of inspiration to meet the challenge.
A wise man once said that people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. From my point of view, Team Challenge has demonstrated very well that it cares deeply for the persons that come under its charge.
And then from the Solicitor General's office in Alberta.
Excellent. Many staff commented the best one yet in this place. Make our correctional centers a regular place to visit with your team.
So what can you and I do to help our youth? You know, the old adage is true today. An ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. As the Teen Challenge Choir pounds out its relentless music, the beat goes on, the singing, the caring, speaking from their own personal experiences to allow students to make valuable decisions, not only to say no to drugs, but more important, to say yes to life.
I'm not just here this morning talking to the druggies. Drugs and alcohol are an equal opportunity destroyer. I'm not talking to the get-high crowd. I'm talking to those of you that have the guts to take a stand for your life. I want you to know there's nothing the matter with you. You're not a geek. You're not a weirdo. You're not a wimp. You're not a sissy. You're making the right choices for your life. Drugs and alcohol. Come on. Drugs and alcohol are a terrorist, and they will steal from you. They will rob from you. They'll take your dreams. In my high school, 4 of my friends died on prom night. They weren't drug addicts. They weren't alcoholics. They weren't even the kind of people you'd expect to drink 2 bottles of Boone's Farm Strawberry Hill on the way to the prom party. But you know what? They did. And when they got in that car, they didn't plan on having an accident. They didn't plan on dying, but when they hit that wall, they died. And baby, dead is forever. See, you might be mama and daddy's little baby, but you're not kids anymore. And you're making decisions right now that are going to affect the rest of your lives.
So now it's time for you to decide, yes or no. Will you join the resistance? You can say no. I don't want to help Canada's youth today. Most won't. You can say, let someone else do it. It's not my problem. Many do. Or you can say yes. The choice is up to you. It may just affect your child or mine. I'm Mary Bellows. We are
How'd you like today's performance?
It was excellent. I loved it.
Music was cool.
It's very interesting, and I really enjoyed it a lot.
It was good. It was educational. It was fun.
Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don't give up. 'Cause I'm an MC extraordinaire. Come and listen to my rap. If you dare, I challenge you to stay straight and clean. Don't play games. You know what I mean. Know who's afraid and who's for real. The first of business coming here, you gotta know the deal. You gotta get what you want and not what you got.
Drugs started so innocently for me in early years of high school, grade 9 summer school. Started smoking a bit of drugs, but it didn't take long for the drugs that we were doing to not satisfy us, and those drugs that we said we'd never touch became the masters of our lives.